man is back.
Oh, my gosh, the man got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered.
This is your boy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video for you guys. Yes, so we're basically near the end of the year. Not just the month, but the entire year. So we got 2 Wednesdays left, actually. And actually, yeah, we got 2 Wednesdays left. So we got this Wednesday, the day you're watching this video, which is the 18th. And then next week will be Christmas. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm going to do a Call of Duty video on Tuesday, on Christmas Eve, as opposed on Christmas Day. But we got to look back on everything that happened this year. So, and there's a lot of topics that I still mean to cover that all happened this year. So we're going to cover them like 3 weeks into the new year, which is crazy, but it has to be done because those are some very juicy topics. So, earlier in the year, I gave you guys my 10 most anticipated video games of the year, and I also gave you guys my 10 anticipated movies of the year. Now, normally I would do the movies first, and then I end it off, save the, the best for last, which would be video games, since this is mostly a video game channel. But there's one more movie that is not out yet that comes out this Thursday, the day after this video drops. So it's like, I can't do the movies yet. I'm going to save the movies for Christmas Eve, and then we're going to move on from there. So, we're going to look, and then here's another thing about this anticipated video games of the year. I only played, like, 3 games off of this list. No, I take that back. 4 games off of this list. And I feel like I'm not qualified to give you guys my top 10 video games of the year. Talk about, oh, this game is the best, even though I never played it. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to look back at my 10 anticipated video games of the year, and I'm going to review it to see if they were really worth the anticipation or not. So, I start off with number 10. And then there's this big smile on my face right now. So, number 10, take that number 10 and times it by 2. 20. As in NBA 2K20. So, yeah, that was my number 10 most anticipated game of the year. So, it was because 19 was not good. Obviously, 18 was the worst one. 19 was not good, but it was better than 18. And believe it or not, it was actually better than 20. Yeah, we all know the deal about NBA 2K20. That game is a broken piece of garbage. They got 9 patches, and this joint came out, I think in September, if memory serves it correctly. And that's unacceptable. And you know how, and people started playing 2K19 again. And then they came out with a patch for that. Just to, it's like, it's out of control. I don't want to get into it, because that's a whole nother video in itself. But 2K is arguably, it's a toss-up between that and 18. But I'm going to say this. 2K20 is arguably the worst NBA 2K game of all time. It's probably the worst NBA game of all time. So, obviously, you got to look at some of the past NBA Lives and any other NBA game. Like, I think there was an NBA Game Day. I know, well, and stuff like that. But, yeah, this game was really, really bad. It was bad. It was really, really bad. I crap you not. So, was that game worth the anticipation? Heck, look, they're already looking forward to 2K21. 1E2 bitch already released a, an Instagram post of him in a meeting with Mike Rang and a few other people talk about some 2K21 ideas. And that joint was released, what, like a week ago? And I'm like, bro, the game came out in September. It's December, and y'all already coming up with ideas for 2K21? Like, and sharing it? Like, what? So, yeah, that game was terrible. That game is terrible. Alright. So, number 9 on the list is the Pokemon game. So, at the time when I made this was like early January this year. We knew there was a Pokemon game coming out, but we didn't know the name. We didn't know what it was going to be. We just knew it was the main series Pokemon game coming on the Switch. Well, we got it in the form of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This was worth the anticipation. Yeah, there was some controversy about, like the National Dex wasn't in this game. And apparently there was some sprites that was being reused from the past games or whatever the case. Maybe I could care less. The thing that got me was, finally, we get to play a Pokemon main series game on a home console, or really a quote-unquote home console. Because the Switch is a hybrid. It's a home and a portable console. Not the Switch Lite, which is portable only, but the original Switch. So yeah, you get the drill. So yes, that game is worth the anticipation. And I would probably say that is, real talk, probably in the top 5 in terms of the best games of the year, whether I play them or not. But in case y'all wondering, I would probably say Star Wars, not Star Wars. Yes, that new Star Wars game would be number 1. Luigi's Mansion would be up there along with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Resident Evil 2 would be up there. Maybe Sekiro, even though it did win Game of the Year. I don't know about Sekiro. But yeah, there you go with that. So yes, the new Pokemon game, or games, as in Sword and Shield, they were worth the anticipation. Days Gone. Well, I was hearing a lot of stuff about this game, and based on what I saw from the Black Okai game, what I heard about that game, the game is not good. The game is not good. So, long story short, was that game worth the anticipation? No. Next up, The Division 2. All right, here's the thing about The Division 2. Okay, see, now the thing, like, Days Gone was worse because it got crafted on and then nobody spoke about it again. The Division 2, it came out and then nobody spoke about it again. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just, oh, it came out and then was never spoke about it. It was never spoken about again. So I'm gonna say that game was not worth the anticipation. Let's move on now to Jump Force. I mean, did I say junk? Jump Force. Jump. I know the Black Hokage called it Junk Force. Now, I will admit, I do have this game. I played it for a little bit, but then I stopped. I was like, okay, I'm done. So, was that game worth the anticipation? No. Let's move on. Next is Anthem. All right. There was a lot of talk about this game, and I wasn't sure if I should get it or not. And a lot of people wanted to hate on that game, but it had some potential. So, was that game worth the anticipation? I'm going to say no, it was not worth the anticipation. Not because of what the population says, but mostly because, like, nothing happened. Like, a lot of people hate on it. There was some people who defended it, but then ever since then, it was like nothing. So, no, that game is not worth the anticipation. Crackdown 3. Yeah, that game was seriously not worth the anticipation. So, no. Devil May Cry 5. That's number 3 in this list. Yeah, I'm gonna say that game was worth the anticipation. I never played the game, but I seen the game. It looks pretty good. It looked pretty dope. I don't know about the story because I never really follow up on the whole Devil May Cry series or anything like that. But that game was without question worth the anticipation. So yeah, that was a pretty good one if I do say so myself. Resident Evil 2. Okay, now if I said this is like one of the top 5 games of the year, obviously this was worth the anticipation. So there's not much for me to say about this one. Oh, now number 1, Kingdom Hearts 3. This is gonna be tough because, like, I was so geeked about this game. I think it took me, I don't know how long this took me, like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. But I actually started from Kingdom Hearts Chi, whatever that mobile game called or whatever. In terms of like the history and the story, I started watching cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts Chi all the way up to Dream Drop Distance. So we're talking Birth by Sleep, Union Cross or Union Chi, whatever you want to call it. You know, whatever they had at that point in time. Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, I said already. 179 Days, Coded, Kingdom Hearts 2. What is it? I said Dream Drop Distance, and I'm missing a game. I feel like I'm missing a game. But you basically, oh, what's that one? Chain of Memories. Yeah, that's it. Every Kingdom Hearts game that came out prior to 3, I watch all their cutscenes so I can familiarize myself with the story. Just so I can be pumped up and be up to par with Kingdom Hearts 3. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out earlier this year. And I played it. And I beat it. And it was like, something's off. Like, there was something off. Like, okay, like, one, there was no Final Fantasy players. The last spot where you go and fight Master Xehanort, that should have been, you know, more of a big area for you to walk around and explore. Instead of taking 10 steps in and boom, boss battle. That's it. Final boss battle at that. The secret boss is bland. There was no major story that led to the revival of Naminé. Same with Xeon. And then, yeah, I did say there was no Final Fantasy characters. And even though there was a lot, like, in the worlds, like, there wasn't a lot of worlds in comparison to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But the world was huge. Each world was huge. especially the pirate joint, the Pirates of the Caribbean joint. So I can't knock them for that. And it was just something about the objective of Master Xehanort, because I forgot what he said in Dream Drop Distance, but what he said that whatever it was he tried to accomplish in Dream Drop Distance was different than what he said in Kingdom Hearts 3. So that threw me off as well. And it was just like, and then not to mention with all of that stuff going on, it still felt like something was just off about this game. Like, I still played it and I liked it, but it just felt off. It didn't feel like a Kingdom Hearts 1 or a Kingdom Hearts 2 game. So it was just something that was off about it. But now with the DLC coming out, now it's like, okay, now everything that seems to be off will be adjusted in the DLC. So that, which is ironic. So now that's an anticipated DLC for 2020. But yeah, so was this game worth the anticipation? Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say yeah and no. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. And here's why I'm gonna say yes. Do you know how long it's been since they released Kingdom Hearts 2? Dog, it's been over a decade since they released Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, granted, yeah, they released other games that came out after Kingdom Hearts 2. Remember, Sister Quick, I think Birth by Sleep came out afterward. Cody came out afterward. Dream Drop Distance came out afterward. I want to say 179 Days came out afterward as well. And things of that nature. But in terms of like games with the number in the titles, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, it's been over a decade since Kingdom Hearts 2 dropped. And a lot of people were just waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to drop. Like, and then when they would announce it at E3 a number of years back, we were still waiting on it. Like, it kept saying in development, in development. So the fact that we actually got it in our hands, are able to play it and beat it, like, I'm gonna say it's worth the anticipation, but barely worth the anticipation. So those are the 10 games that I looked at. Oh, and actually before I dip, I did mention some honorable mentions. So one of them was Mortal Kombat 11. That was worth the anticipation. Based on the response that I seen and how the game looked, that was worth the anticipation. I didn't get it, I didn't play it, but I seen a number of people play it. It looks dope. Dead or Alive 6, not so much. Not like it looks like a Tekken knockoff, to be honest. Well, I mean, Tekken's a pretty good fighting game, so that's not a bad thing. But that's why it was honorable mention, because there wasn't really a lot of anticipation behind that game. So so basically the question is, does it deserve anticipation? No, it does not. And if you want to ask the same thing about Mortal Kombat 11, yes, it does. So way more so than NBA 2K20, Days Gone, The Division 2, Jump Force, Anthem, and Crackdown. So yeah, there you go with that. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.